India has launched Chandrayaan 3 nearly a month ago, and this mission's cost is estimated approximately 615 crores, and this is ISRO's most difficult mission till date. In 2019, when Chandrayaan 2 was launched, people started asking questions like why is it important to spend money on ISRO? Why not to solve the problem of poverty in the country first? What differences does it make to India if we go to space? In this video, let us know why India wants to go to the moon for the third time. What have we learned from the past mistakes and how have we improved? What are the objectives of Chandrayaan 3 mission and what differences does India's space program brings to us? Let's start the video without any delay. Let us know why Chandrayaan 3 is important. Chandrayaan is important not only for India's space program but it is also important for India's economy. Let us know about it. Often when we watch a space documentary, it seems that the moon is not far from the earth. But the truth is, it is a huge distance between moon and the earth that all the planet of our solar system can fit in between. Moon is not just a satellite but it is a geopolitical milestone. When we talk about moon landing, we see images of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin in front of our eyes. But very few people would know before America landed the moon, USSR reached the moon with Luna 2. That too 10 years before Apollo 11 mission. Of course, Russia has never sent humans to the moon, but it was the first to reach the moon. There are only 3 countries in the world that have done soft landing on the moon: America, Russia and China. A soft landing means a safe landing, that is, the spacecraft should be safe after landing. This soft landing is very important because once we prove that ISRO can execute a soft landing, then we can take up important international space projects. Today, the projects that NASA is working on and earning a huge sum of money, we can take a few projects too and make a place in the market. In the year 2008, we definitely reached the moon through Chandrayaan 1. But it was a moon impact probe that did a hard landing. 4 years ago, the main objective of the Chandrayaan 2 was to execute a soft landing on the moon. The launch of Chandrayaan 2 was successful. In fact, we successfully completed the distance of 384,400 kilometers from Earth to the moon. But while landing, in spite of being only half a kilometer away from the surface of the moon, we could not land due to a software glitch. Now, Chandrayaan 3 wants to rectify these mistakes. It is a golden opportunity for India to show our improved technology to the world. There is also one special thing about Chandrayaan 3 and that is its landing location. As we know, Earth and Moon, they are in a one-sided relationship. You must know that Earth is tidally locked to the moon, means that only one side of the moon is always visible to the Earth and not the other side, and 41% of the moon remains hidden from the Earth. Similarly, there are large craters on the south pole of the moon where sunlight has not reached for billions of years. By studying these craters, we can get important informations about the origins of our solar system. It is also believed that water may be hidden in these craters, and we are not talking about tiny quantities but 100 million tons of water. At the same time, it is thought to be a source of essential resources. This location can become an important stop for upcoming space missions. Let us see why this mission is different. What was the improvement made in Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 3? There are few points, let us understand one by one. Number 1 is the payload. Our payload in the 2019 mission was a bit more complicated, where we had 3 main components: lander, rover and orbiter. In 2023 mission, our payload has been simplified and this time we have only the rover and the lander. In 2019, our orbiter completed its mission, so this time there was no need to include the orbiter. Number 2 is the powerful lander. The team of Chandrayaan 3 has learned important lessons from the mistakes of Chandrayaan 2 and made the legs of our lander stronger than the earlier version so that it can better resist the impact of landing and survive the landing. Earlier, our engine was not that powerful, so it could not reduce its speed in time before landing, and it fell 750 meters away from the exact spot where it was supposed to land. Now the engine capacity of our lander has been increased. At the same time, a hazard detection system has also been added to it. Number 3 is instrument. The moon becomes a great platform to study Earth, from which we can collect data about our Earth and plan further missions. They can be used for weather pattern detection as well as in case studies of exoplanets. Chandrayaan 3 is going to have an instrument named SHAPE, which means Spectropolymmetry of Habitable Planet Earth. This shape will read Earth's data and use it to find habitable exoplanet outside our solar system. Number 4 is launch vehicle. The Chandrayaan 3 is important because of one more reason, and that is the LVM-3 launch vehicle, which is capable of carrying 30% more weight than our first GSLV Mark II launch vehicle. In simple language, it means the success of this mission of this launch vehicle is also important for India, because with this launch vehicle we can send heavier payloads into space. We will be able to prove our capacity to the world. Number 5 is the cost. We launched Chandrayaan 2 for approximately 870 crores, which is 3 times less than the movie Avengers Endgame. But now we have become more efficient, and the total budget of our Chandrayaan 2 is approximately 615 crores, and this is the proof of our increasing efficiency. Is ISRO a waste of money? When India launched Mangalyaan, the New York Times made fun of us by publishing some cartoons in the newspaper. Now the question is, why don't we see such cartoons about China? Is there no poverty in China? Why such cartoons are not made for UAE? Is UAE perfect? India is an emerging country and it is the biggest economy, and yet it is playing an important role in sector like space. Perhaps this thing is not digestible to some Western people, and then they are asking questions like, can India afford a space program? Let us ask a simple question. How much do we spend on our space program every year? Satish Dhawan sir knew that questions were going to be raised on money given to ISRO. That is why when he became the chief of ISRO, he used to take only 1 rupee as salary. Yes, you heard it correct, only 1 rupee. And ISRO carries the legacy of this efficiency even today. If we know we only invest 0.8% of our GDP for ISRO and space budget. To put things in perspective, we spend around 36,000 crore to run our postal services. But what do we get with this money? We get to keep an eye on our friendly neighbor China. China is so attached to India that it keeps sending its people to Arunachal and Ladakh, making settlements there. And gradually it steals India's land using the onion slicing method. But ISRO satellite transmit this information to our security personnel. When the Fani cyclone came in 2019, then it was ISRO's satellite which gave us timely warnings. Due to the information from this satellite, around 11.5 lakh people were safely evacuated from Odisha. ISRO give us data after studying our geography, and using this data we give guidance to the farmers. By getting information about earthquake, cyclone and flood in advance, we can be better prepared and reduce the damage. And all this is possible because of our satellites. ISRO's budget is 15 times lesser than NASA, and even with such a low budget, ISRO scientists makes your and our lives better. And not only for us, ISRO also launches satellites for foreign countries and earns money from it. Till that, we have launched a total of 239 satellites for 28 countries. The whole world has so much faith in India's talent and efficiency, and it is a matter of pride for us. Space is a multi-billion dollar industry, and through Chandrayaan 3, we can use the rare metals and minerals on the moon for the future of humanity.